Welcome back to KDramaVerse, the place where every K-drama and K-celebrity story comes alive with emotion, mystery, and unforgettable moments. If you love the world of Korean entertainment as much as we do, you already know that sometimes the most powerful stories aren't the ones on the screen, they're the real ones happening behind the scenes. And today's story is one that has left fans around the world shocked, emotional, and deeply moved. Before we begin, take a moment and imagine this scene. A quiet military base late at night. Lights slowly turning off. Soldiers finishing their daily duties. In one corner of the barracks, someone sits down to write a letter, not just any letter, but one filled with feelings, respect, and admiration for one of Korea's most beloved stars, the incredibly talented Cha Eun-woo. Now here's where things become truly shocking. A handwritten letter from inside the military camp has allegedly leaked online. And the emotional words inside it have made countless netizens cry. Yes, you heard that right. Fans were completely unprepared when screenshots of what appears to be a private letter from a fellow soldier began circulating on Korean online communities. At first, people weren't sure if it was real. Some assumed it might be fan fiction or a rumor. But the details inside the letter felt so personal, so sincere, and so heartfelt that many readers believed it could only come from someone who had actually experienced life beside the star himself. And once people started reading the words, the reaction was immediate. Tears. Thousands of comments. Messages saying, "This is the real Cha Eun-woo." For those who might be new to the world of K-dramas and K-pop, Cha Eun-woo isn't just another celebrity. He's widely known as one of Korea's most admired actors and idols. Rising to fame as a member of the K-pop group ASTRO, he quickly became famous not only for his breathtaking visuals but also for his calm personality, kindness, and dedication to his work. But military service is a completely different world. Inside the military, status disappears. Celebrities train alongside regular citizens. Cameras vanish. Makeup disappears. Fame means nothing when everyone is wearing the same uniform. And that's exactly why this leaked letter shocked everyone. According to the text circulating online, the letter was written by a soldier who had been serving in the same camp as Cha Eun-woo. In the message, the writer described his first impression of the star, and it wasn't what people might expect. The soldier wrote that when he first heard a famous actor would be joining their unit, he assumed things would be different. Maybe special treatment. Maybe distance. Maybe someone who kept to himself. But instead, the complete opposite happened. The letter described how Cha Eun-woo greeted everyone politely on his very first day, bowing respectfully and introducing himself not as a celebrity but simply as Eun-woo, who will be serving with you. Imagine that moment. A superstar known across Asia standing in a military barracks and humbly introducing himself like any other recruit. The writer said that moment immediately changed how the entire group saw him. But the emotional part of the letter came later. The soldier described how military life can be extremely difficult, especially during the early weeks of training. Long hours, strict discipline, physical exhaustion, and homesickness often affect recruits deeply. According to the letter, there was a night when one soldier in the unit quietly broke down. It was late. Most people were asleep. But someone noticed. That someone was Cha Eun-woo. The letter claims that he quietly sat beside the struggling soldier and talked with him for nearly an hour, not as a celebrity, not as someone famous, but simply as a friend. The writer explained that Cha Eun-woo didn't give dramatic speeches or act like a hero. Instead, he just listened. He listened carefully. He shared his own fears about military service. He admitted that even he felt pressure and anxiety. And those simple, honest words made the other soldier feel less alone. When this part of the letter reached the internet, many fans said they couldn't stop crying. Because it revealed something powerful about the star they admire. Behind the perfect visuals, behind the polished performances, behind the glamorous world of K-dramas and concerts, there's a human being who understands other people's pain. The letter continued with another touching moment that surprised readers. During a particularly exhausting training day, the writer said many soldiers were struggling physically. The weather was harsh and morale was low. But one person kept encouraging everyone. Again, it was Cha Eun-woo. Instead of focusing on his own fatigue, he reportedly kept checking on the others around him, asking if they were okay and offering small words of encouragement like, "We can get through this together." Those simple words apparently became a running joke within the unit. Whenever someone felt tired, another soldier would repeat the phrase, "We can get through this together." And soon, the entire group started saying it. It became a kind of motto. A motto inspired by one quiet act of kindness. When netizens read this part of the letter, the comment sections exploded with emotional reactions. Some wrote, "I'm crying. He's even kinder than we imagined." Another said, "This is why people love Cha Eun-woo. It's not just his face, it's his heart." Others said the story reminded them that celebrities often carry enormous pressure while still trying to remain strong for the people around them. As the letter spread across social media, more fans began sharing their own stories about how Cha Eun-woo had impacted them. Some remembered fan meetings where he patiently stayed long after the event ended to greet every supporter. Others talked about interviews where he spoke openly about his fears and insecurities despite his massive success. Many people began saying the leaked letter felt like confirmation of what they had always believed, that the real Cha Eun-woo might be even more kind than the public version. But here's something interesting. Despite the viral attention, neither the military nor Cha Eun-woo's agency has officially confirmed the authenticity of the letter. Which means one big question remains. Is it real? Or could it simply be a heartfelt story written by a fan? Even with that uncertainty, the emotional impact hasn't changed. Because whether the letter is verified or not, the reaction from fans reveals something deeper. People want to believe in kindness. They want to believe that someone who seems perfect on the outside is also genuine on the inside. And the idea that Cha Eun-woo could quietly support fellow soldiers without cameras around feels powerful. In a world where celebrity news often focuses on scandals, rumors, and controversies, stories like this remind fans why they fell in love with certain stars in the first place. Not because they're flawless, but because they're human. Another detail in the letter that touched readers was the description of Cha Eun-woo's daily habits in the camp. The writer claimed that he never tried to stand out. Instead, he followed the same routines as everyone else. Cleaning duties, training exercises, meal lines, everything. And when others occasionally recognized him and seemed nervous, he reportedly tried to lighten the mood with humor. According to the letter, one soldier joked that it felt strange sharing a room with someone who had millions of fans worldwide. Cha Eun-woo apparently laughed and replied, "Right now, we're just soldiers trying to survive training." That single line quickly spread across online communities. Fans said it perfectly captured his personality, humble, grounded, and quietly funny. Another emotional part of the letter described the night before an important training evaluation. Many soldiers were anxious. Sleep was difficult. But the writer said Cha Eun-woo encouraged everyone to relax and reminded them that they had already done their best. The soldier wrote that hearing those words helped calm the entire group. And after they successfully completed the evaluation, the units celebrated together, not like a group of strangers, but like brothers. That moment, according to the letter, became one of the most unforgettable memories of the writer's military service. By the time readers reached the end of the letter, many said they felt like they had witnessed something rare, a glimpse into a side of celebrity life that cameras never show. A quiet side. A sincere side. A deeply human side. And that's exactly why the story has spread so quickly across the internet. Because it reminds fans that behind the fame and spotlight, their favorite stars are still ordinary people facing extraordinary pressure. For Cha Eun-woo, military service represents a temporary pause in his entertainment career. But stories like this suggest that even during that pause, his presence continues to leave a lasting impact on the people around him. Whether on a drama set, a concert stage, or inside a military barracks, kindness seems to be his signature. And perhaps that's the most powerful reason fans continue to support him. Not just because he's talented. Not just because he's handsome. But because he appears to treat others with genuine respect. As this emotional story continues circulating online, fans around the world are waiting patiently for the day Cha Eun-woo completes his service and returns to the entertainment industry. When that moment comes, there's no doubt the support will be louder than ever. Because sometimes the most powerful reputation a star can have isn't built through publicity. It's built through quiet actions when no one is watching. And if this mysterious military letter truly reflects who Cha Eun-woo was behind the scenes, then it's easy to understand why so many people were moved to tears. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think the leaked letter is real? Or do you believe it might simply be a touching fan story? And if you were serving in the military with Cha Eun-woo, what would you want to say to him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from every member of the KDramaVerse family. Thank you for spending time with us today and sharing this emotional story together. If you enjoyed this video and want more K-drama news, celebrity updates, and the most talked about stories from the world of Korean entertainment, don't forget to subscribe to KDramaVerse, share this video with your fellow K-drama fans, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep celebrating the amazing stories that bring the K-drama world to life. See you in the next video. Dizzy.